Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Speed Force Racing and welcome to the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. We have got Thomas returning for us next week, which will be amazing to see because he has got a few surprises in store in his streaming department, but I'm just going to leave that till the Hungarian Grand Prix next week. So, as for tonight, you've got myself, SFR-Oliver, joined by the Statsman himself, the legendary Gareth, or we call him as Mad G. Welcome along, Mad G. Welcome to the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix and a Stats Grid tonight.
We do. Thank you very much, by the way. I've not been called the Statsman in a long time, but yeah, it's nice to be back once again. Yeah, we do have a bit of a stat grid. 17 drivers decided to get around the Jeddah Corniche circuit here in Saudi Arabia, and of course there's a new guy on the grid as well, OWR Halvor.
Yes, making his debut tonight in the Williams tonight, which should be a fantastic watch to see. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be just checking the audio works, which is good. The audio works perfectly fine. So yeah, Saudi Arabia, a very difficult circuit, not one of our fan favorites, not going to say the least. It debuted in 2021, a very, very chaotic race at the circuit. Then moved to 2022. Spoilers. Well, let's just say a staggered race, to say the least. And then 2023, well, Red Bull just dominated. And then 2024, yeah, and when we had a Ferrari, I think Ferrari won that race, I think, with Carlos. No, it's not Carlos Sainz. It's one of the, or is it Max Verstappen? I don't know. I completely forgot the season already. So, but yeah, Saudi Arabia has mixed opinions. Me and Mad G don't like the circuit. But as you can see, we've got Silver Fox about to start his fine lap in the Visa Cash App RB, or just known as RB for short. Here we go. Silver Fox about to start his lap. Gareth, take us round with Silver Fox.
The DRS wide open. That's the best thing for over this track. A nice bit of a short straight before you get to turn one. Obviously a bit of a chicane to start with. You want to make sure the brakes tuck in nice and tight between both corners, and they come out for a little kink at turn 3, which is basically the exit of turn 2. And then you've got a bit of fiddly bits of 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, basically all the way down to turn 12. Nothing but tired, it's twisty tires, so you've got to be really careful not to go too far over here. He doesn't, which is great. Otherwise, if you go to that outside curve, you've got to get sucked out, and that's it, your lap's over. And of course, fast level 4 straight away for this basically this banked turn left, this left hand of turn 13. You've got to be very careful coming out to the power, which is absolutely fantastic. But up through the gears, obviously he's got to overtake. Yeah, obviously can't get words out right now. It's such a manic corner straight away. I mean, this corner's come out actually thick and fast, and he's just coming up to 16 and 17. You've got to be careful again because it can take you out. And then obviously coming to the DRS, it's just nothing but corner after corner. And he's actually flying through this lap by now, so perfect sector 1 and 2 because there's no one else that lap up yet. And so Fox is just on the final part of the circuit now, 25, 26, and finally the left hand at 27. His lights flashing, so his ERS is basically gone. So let's see, we'll get up, come back down for the home straight now as he comes across the line. What's he going to set for the bank lap so far, which is a 130.8.
Very good lad there for Silver Fox. So well done for doing your best around the circuit. It is a very, very busy track around here. It's just nothing but constant turns, high speed. It is the fastest street circuit on the calendar. Not to mention the most corners on an F1 calendar. This, from what we heard though, this track is one of those that's going to be a temporary circuit for the next few years until Saudi Arabia decides to build a brand new circuit around what seems to be a big amusement park. But yeah, we've seen some pictures of the concept art. It doesn't look really particularly real, but they said they are going to do that sort of thing. Hopefully, maybe it works. You never know. But here goes Tashkern in the gorgeous dark blue Williams with the Duracell battery on the top of the monocoque. But here it comes, Tashkern, lovely through the passes. Carry on.
Let's see if he's got the Energizer bunny in his engine. Let's hope so. Let's see what it does. Between all this, we'd obviously missed the two Hasses going 1 and 2, 29.5 and 29.7.
I was just about to mention that actually. Yeah, welcome. Hello, Oreo Glass. Welcome to the stream. Let's have a look at the debutant Halvor, who's unfortunately on the validation lap,
Yeah,
but
he's invalidated.
at the moment, but he looks like he's going to be saving his battery, which he is. So he's going to go out for another run. So the
And
big talking point in this game at the moment is the ERS. So, have you got to terms with the ERS now, or is it still a work in progress?
to be fair, ERS is quite easy. A lot of people just want to blast it all straight away, like that they did in previous games. Whack up the engine rating 100% and just, and that's about it. They've not realised how to really use it properly. They either switch it all on and then turn off. But no, you can actually, with this race alone, use now medium for the entire lap. It'll last 3 laps. The battery, yes, the battery gets used like crazy around here.
It is a powerful race circuit, of course. Is Jeddah, of course, very quick as Halvor was a little bit shaky through the sort of SX section 1 as the most, in my opinion, the most vital part of the circuit. This is where you get the most lap time, and here we go down to this lovely banked corner at the back of the circuit. Now releases the power. Can he make amends of his, well, it's a validation lap, but let's think he's doing a good amends of it so far. Out closer to the wall, not close as he wanted it to be, but it's close enough. These Division 3 drivers have given it everything a moment. Let's see how trying to make progress, and of course Division 3 is a new format. 102-3, good work on his personal run.
Sector 2 as well.
Very good from Halvor. This could make a good impression on the Haas guys, but it could be an OWR 1, 2, and 3 here. So let's see how Halvor can go into the final turn. Now he's going to take a wide entry, cuts back into the hairpin. Nicely done. Now he can release all that beautiful Mercedes V6 hybrid. Now he can take down to the line. P9, well done to Halvor.
That's not a bad lap from him, so especially his debut race, doing his first qualifying lap. Yes, he invalidated, but obviously he was able to pull out another one. Obviously worn soft tyres, which don't last around here at all. They just don't last at all. But was able to keep him going and obviously put in that lap for P9.
Chris Big Pro, and a bit of a struggled race in Silverstone last week, but he's back again in Saudi Arabia in the Merc. Let's see how it gets on in this racetrack. Right in the 64. Let's see how this Mercedes driver does. So speaking of Mercedes, if you have been watching Formula recently, they are going to be bringing upgrades to Hungary this weekend. Mercedes wants to make another big impression in the Constructors' Championship. Good lap there from, I think that was, Billy, no, it was Mr. Wiggles actually going up into P4 there. Good work there for Mr. Wiggles. Ellie is currently out there at the moment on a lap. Chris Big Pro's on a lap. Oreo Glass is on a lap too. Let's see what Chris Big Pro does now towards the final part of the circuit. One more corner to go.
I've noticed though with the lap times as well, the top 3 are, well, put it this way, the Vickers in P3 right now. I know he's been practicing like crazy. He's obviously not only that, but he's 3/10 quicker than P4, which is Chris has just crossed the line. There's a massive gap already of over half a second from first to fourth.
And Ellie goes up into P4 now in the Ferrari. Good work, guys. And in the latest update that F1 has released, or Cobus released, the Ferrari has got a nice new white and red paint scheme now with the HP on the side. I don't know if I'm a fan of the HP sponsorship. I do like more of the yellow and the red. I don't know. It might take some time to grow on me on that one.
It'd be very different because when they released the livery itself, it was a different colour when it was in, what was it, San Marino, was it? When they released it?
It was Miami who did
Miami.
it.
Miami. That was not the first time Ferrari raced with a blue livery.
Really?
Nope, they'd raced with it before, but it was under American version of Ferrari. It was a Ferrari-based team, but it was American-owned. So they basically, back in the 60s, you could buy a car, no matter what it was, and you race it in your colours. That was the only other time Ferrari have not raced in red.
Look,
they raced in blue.
and this is the reason why we got you in the Cosmos to give us a beautiful history lesson.
History lesson. But obviously, going back to it, everyone's got their times now. You got to go through the championship itself. Obviously, the Vicar is leading the way at the moment from 6 points from Burley, so 47-41. The Vickers are 2 cracking races so far, the first and the second.
Talking about consistency on the top 2, but here comes Stank at the moment, and oh my word, the Haas boys are really loving their life here in Jeddah. 1-2 at the moment, and they're extending their advantage.
29.3, that's half a second of P3.
That just says a lot.
Monster. I mean, these guys did it back in GB. They did last week, and then they just fell away. So they've got the qualifying pace, but these 2 Haas guys struggle on race pace. Hate to say it, they do. They struggle on race pace. So I think the cars are basically just set up for the qualifying only, and I've not decided to put it into the race itself. But we'll find out where in basically just 7 minutes whether or not they have got the race pace, because these guys are electric fast, and I think, to be honest, these times would rival Division 2.
Definitely. Alex Hogg in the other Cash App RB car. He's a quite experienced driver now, as Alex Hogg. He's been in for a couple of seasons now in SFR. He's no longer a rookie, so let's see how he does through this final part of the circuit. He's pushing that RB car as hard as he can. It's a purple sector 2. It's looking pretty good for Alex.
It's looking good indeed. He's basically running low fuel on this as well, so he's just doing the one run, and he's just coming through the kink at 26, and then the final corner at 27. The hard braking left-hander. You've got to get this apex right, and make sure you don't hit the wall on the outside either, which they don't. Obviously, they have now moved that wall further out, as of from a couple of seasons ago, which obviously, it does help. And
P5.
P5.
Nicely done there. It comes. Right, who else is on the lab? Tash Cody's on the lab. We've seen him before. Let's have a look at Prep. It's because he's done a very good job at the moment. In the very green kick Sauber. He's all over the place at the moment. Don't know what he's doing really, but looks like stick movement probably. He's not looking at the best at the moment. He's following another car at the moment.
Prep 1 is not actually on the lap at all. He's on our lap right now. Because he's recharged his bike, so he's basically doing 2 runs, but obviously at the same time very low on fuel, and I don't know if these 2 guys like Williams doesn't know what to do with them.
So right now he's just caught up to the Williams up ahead of him. I think it's Halvor. I think it is.
No, he's died in the pits. Fred Bond's out in the pits, so he's given up. He's got time. He has still got some more time to get a lap in the bag.
Should we have a look at Doran? We haven't checked out Doran in ages.
Doran, yes, who's currently P3 in the championship with 2 third places so far. So consistency is key. 2 thirds from him. Bit shaky in the assessments, but definitely showing what he's proven now. And he's going through the most technical part of the track, which is turn 1. Sorry, not turn 1, sector 1. And Red Bull, looking around Red Bull, still looks horrible. But that's just me. I don't like it.
I think we all don't like the yeah, I remember you driving. You drive the Red Bull once upon a time.
That was with the old teammate because he wanted it, so I went for it. I just don't like the look of Red Bull because it's not changed in like a million years.
Oh, very rear, tapping the wall. It's just kissing it like he's kissing his girlfriend. Not really. I don't know if he has girlfriends or wives, but anything else. But never mind. Here he goes. Oh, look at 4 tenths faster than his previous lap. Doran is flying.
Amazing. Everyone seems to be getting the purple sector 2, but I think it's just a glitch within the game. It showed it purple with me again. Everyone is. The other flags in the background, but it's just a Ferrari of...
Is Ellie?
Yeah, she's moving out of the way. She's just coming out of lap right now. So let's see what Doran does. He's got actually no battery at all because he's flashing like crazy. And P3.
And only just off the Haas boys. Let's have a look at the gap. Look at that.
5/100ths.
Yeah, 5/100ths of a second. Who's that just went? That was Billy G. That just went on the Red Bull. Having a good day today.
Red Bull 3 and 5, Haas 1 and 2. Shame they can't do it. Same Haas can't do that in real life. Be nice, but they can't.
Okay, Mr. Wiggle starting his lap in a very carbon fibered looking, more black, more blue Alpine car.
I don't mind it. I think it actually looks nice. Only because I tried it myself, but I think this season's Alpine is nice. It's better than what it has been.
Yeah, and not to mention you drive an Alpine in Division
Yes.
2. Yes,
I
you do.
With Dan, who's reserving tonight.
Yeah, he wants to get some early last bit under his belt by running at the back of the grid. 3 times quicker, personal best from Mr. Wiggles. Good start. Dan has done a very sneaky move. I saw your comment in the admin room, and I quote, "I wish I could have. Why did I didn't think of that?"
Yeah.
He's done a very smart move, as Dan.
Yeah, no, I should have thought of that myself, but it happens. It happens.
Mr. Wiggles, of course. Sorry.
I'm not confident tomorrow. I'm not confident for tomorrow night anyway, so it's okay.
Oh, have some confidence in you.
I'll be slowing an Oreo glass below way.
Well, Oreo is out there at the moment. 31.3. He's trying on an outlap, but here comes Mr. Wiggles. He's only 2 personal bets, so this could be top 5, pushing top 6.
He's got to watch out for the yellow flag in front of him, which is, I think, obviously one of the rebels, which is diving in the pits. Might have been sneaky trying to give a toe to his teammate, who knows? But goes P3.
Well, there you go then.
It definitely shown that he's got used to this no traction or medium traction, who knows? Past couple of races he was struggling like crazy, now he just seems to have got to grips with it.
Evening Keiths, the Division 2 champion is in the chat. Welcome Keiths. Oh, Billy G touching the wall on the inside there. He might scrub off a little bit of time there. He just kissed the wall on the inside.
Still up on his time, but only by 1/100th of a second.
Lost a little bit of time there, but now he needs to get that time back in the Red Bull. Of course, needs a new look with the same finish that he had in the last load of seasons. He's given that Red Bull absolutely everything now, dancing around.
A bit of a wiggle.
It was a bit of a wiggle. Billy G trying to he's definitely not Michael Jackson, sliding around like he's doing the moonwalk, but let's see how he does towards the final.
He's definitely taking wide lines. He's not getting close to the wall. He's scrubbing off time by not getting close to the walls. Needs to be closer.
Billy G not really being brave with the walls. I just found out Ellie is just splitting the 2 Haas cars at the top there. Well done to Ellie, only a 10 slower than Mitrader, but here comes Billy G, P3.
Wow, these guys are getting faster and faster. Obviously,
Mitrader, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Mitrader is going even faster in the Haas. He's now going. He's got another purple sector 2. He's now going to the final corner. This could be pushing down to the 128.
Let's see how Mitrader does as he comes over the line. And he sets 129.2, so goes a bit faster. Track evolution is key around here. Obviously, Burley goes P2 as well. Ellie obviously is finishing P3. Who else is on a lap? I do not know. Chris is on a lap. But he is flashing, so he's definitely out of battery. He's used it all too quickly. That's the thing with this track. Conserve the battery because you're gonna need it.
Tashkern about to cross the line in the Williams and smacking the wall on the outside there where Max Verstappen had his major accident qualifying. P13. So it looks like to me qualifying is nearly all but settled. Mr. Wiggles is currently on the lap at the moment, going 8 thousandths quicker in the first sector.
Chris goes P5.
Oh, well done there to Chris there. Jeez, well done to him. Mr. Wiggles a little bit slower now. 61,000 slower than his previous. So it's all down to the final set now. And that final corner where Mr. Wiggles, I don't think he will improve, to be honest. He's out of battery.
A lot of these guys have been out of battery down this back end because they ain't conserving right. They're trying to blast it as much as they can to start off with. And that's the thing. And he's just going to dive into the pitch because he knows he can't go any further. So that's it.
Haas 1-2, and Mitrander gets pole position in the Haas team, and as an OWR 1-2, and SFR Ellie will be in the 3rd place position. Keeps in 4th.
Wants to make amends.
So carry on.
Ellie wants to make amends after missing last week as well, so she's obviously lost touch with the guys at the top end, so she wants to make amends.
I tell you what, I can see Ellie as a big title contender in this upcoming season. She'll do superbly well for this upcoming season. I could definitely see the consistency of of Doran. Mr. Wiggles is going to be up there. It's going to be such a competitive Division 3. And this is why we brought Division 3 in, to give the guys that don't get a chance to race head to head, and it's really proving out to be a good ideal for the drivers. But here we go. This is your grid for the Saudi Grand Prix for this upcoming race. So Mitch O'Neill first, Preb in second, Ellie in third, Billy G fourth, Chris in fifth, Miss Wiggles in sixth, Doran seventh, Vicar in eighth, Alex Hawk in ninth, Preb 1 is in 10th, Halvor in 11th, Staniak in 12th, Tashkern in 13th, Silver Fox in 14th, Orioglass 15th, Gogs, No Tie Gogs in 16th, and Dan in 17th.
This is going to be an interesting race, especially with turn 1, the tight twisty chicane. That is, let's say, turn 1, 2, and of course the kink at turn 3 and the exit before that tight turn 4. So this is going to be interesting about how are they going to do this? How are they going to do the tyre strategy around this track? That's going to be the main thing.
I tell you what, it's going to be an entertaining race for sure. It's going to be one of those that's going to be very intriguing. The only overtaking zones probably it's going to be most likely for turn 1. Then it's also, I forgot to mention this, in the race, when it comes to DRS, it's going towards the final corner. If you're ahead of the final corner and the guy behind you gets DRS, and then onto the main street, that guy behind with the DRS will have it back on you. So that's another strategy gain there.
See, the thing is with this as well, the overtaking points are going to be 13, 13 and obviously 27. But obviously this time around, the DRS detection zone is after turn 27. It's on the exit now.
Wow.
No, the entry, exit.
Well, there you go then. So if you get that overtake done into the final corner, you've got to be behind him. Well, to be honest, it's one of those. It can go either way, really. It could be that DRS could be enemy, or it can be your friend. It's one of those two main factors.
Can't wait. Get stuck on a DRS train.
All that. But we are bound. I feel we're bound to see incidents. You can't go through this track without a clean race. It can happen, but I've got a bad feeling that we're going to be seeing some incidences in this race because it's a very high. Sorry?
Only some.
Let's hope not.
Who's being Mick Schumacher today?
Hello, Jamie. Welcome to the stream. Indigo's in the chat. The Division 2 and 1 commentator is in the chat.
Here we go. Formation lap.
Here we go. Let's see the tyres and see what they all gone for. Dan on the softs. Of course, he's doing tyre telemetry, so he's not really a factor. But we got 3 guys on the medium compound tyres: Orioglass, Vicar, and Chris, who are on the medium compound tyre. The rest of the grid is the hard compound tyre.
Interesting strategy. Some of the mediums, yes, they're going to get a good getaway. Those one I want to go on the mediums at the end of the race. This is where they might have a good strategy, or they might not, or depending how well they can make the tyres last.
Another thing as well, are the guys on the mediums want to play, I don't know, to a possibly an early safety car, maybe?
It's a possibility, but the guys on hards can keep going. But it depends. It's a difficult one. It really is. Division 3 over the past couple of seasons has been utterly clean, and I mean super clean. There's been hardly any safety cuts at all, or should I say, Division 2 last season, just to be more precise. There's hardly any safety cars.
I remember that, yeah. It was a very, very clean race. I even competed in Division 2 last season. It was relatively clean, and there was where me and Energy Dan, of course, had a major battle on that day, and well, let's just say the least, it didn't end well on my part driving the Haas. So at least speaking of the Haas cars, they're about to line up, and there's the race strategies for you. Lap around 24 is 20, about 11, between 11 and 24 is to be in compound tyres as opposed to stretch 2. We'll have to wait and see about that. But here we go, lining up onto the grid.
I won't mention Monza last season though.
No, let's not. Oh, did Madrid went too far? He did.
He did, yes.
Oh dear, not good for him. But here we go. Can we just bring back the old camera system as well? The way you actually face the cars and not actually look at the back of them. It's so silly.
Unfortunately, you can't, can you? And Gogs and Dan as well also do the same thing. Getting a bit too far. So here we go. Lights going out. Here we go.
Here we go. And buggity. Let's go racing in the desert. And it's a good start from Prev, of course. Because Mentiondia had a very poor start. Has 1-2, clean, gets away. Ellie gets a good line there in the inside of turn 2. Fighting away with Billy G. Can she get the work done? No. Oh dear. Billy G got the inside of the house.
What's happened here?
And Chris
dropped all the way down.
Oh, Chris with a massive incident, and Billy G loses a place. And Vicar is doing a superb job. We look at the Sauber of Oreo Glass to see if she can make a vent on the poor start he has on the Mina compound tyre. Looking at the 2 Williams cars at the moment, doing not too bad of a job. This is where, looking down the inside is Oreo Glass. No, not going to happen there. We've got a fight in the midfield and trying to get the...
something's happened to Mr. Biggles. He's lost some places himself. So he could have spun or tagged the walls, but I can't see any visible damage on his cards at all. So he might have just hit the wall, gone a bit wide.
And look at this, Ellie now, she's on the back of the Haas boys. This is what you mentioned before, Gary, about the Haas boys. They have got such unreal qualifying plates, but in the race, they seem to be there.
They do. And obviously, turn 1 and 2 was super clean, by the way, so I'm quite surprised at that as well. I was expecting a big pile up, but they all got through very nice. Ellie is just right there. She's hunting them down, and she could just stay there now because there's going to be a massive DRS train between the top 6.
We've got a yellow flag in the final set, so that's Chris. And look at the Haas boys. The Haas boys are all looking at each other. Prebley wants to get past his teammate. And in my opinion, that's not a smart move because Ellie now sort of sniffing the back. If you're the Haas boys now, don't fight in the early stages of the race. Get into a nice rhythm so you can now pull away from the field. They need to work together here, the Haas boys.
No team orders by the looks of it. Ellie is just sniffing at them, hunting them both down. And she's gone wide. She's gone wide there. So dirty airs, it will affect your car. I've noticed on this game, you get too close, your car is basically nothing. It will not grip, it will not turn.
So Ellie now needs to keep in flow with the Haas drivers, see if she can make amends of the Haas boys fighting. Billy G losing a bit of ground there to Ellie now, getting pressured by the Vicar. DRS is now enabled, by the way, if you want to know.
On those better tyres. Can he make them work? Can he force Billy to make a mistake? Because Billy will have DRS as well. The Vicar Hunt is literally sitting there right behind him.
Here comes the Haas boys now, coming down to the back stretch now. Is Prev going to wait, or is he going to go down the inside? No, he's going to wait. It gives Ellie a bit of bother on the other. He's got a bad exit. This will give Ellie a bit of a sniff now. Can he get down the main straight now? The Haas boys are now going side by side. No, it gives Ellie now following
team orders. Oh, look at that move.
Ellie with a sneaky pass, and Metrodit went from pole all the way down to P5 into P3. That's Ellie up a position.
Billy's looking as well. So Mitrande is really getting some trouble on these hard tyres.
And look at that, he's made a mistake. He's actually made a mistake in that corner, and Ellie's into the lead of the Grand Prix. Haas did not work together, and Ellie is in the lead in the Ferrari.
Yeah, they tried to block Ellie. Well, cover her as she came down the straight, but she was able to tuck on the outside of one and duck right underneath the other to get a better line through turn 1 and 2, and now has a lead. But here comes Billy on the inside as well, looking for P3.
I'll tell you what, the Haas boys are absolutely struggling at the moment. Billy G in the Red Bull now is now want to harass the Haas boys. And big massive accident! Between Mantrania and Billy G.
Unbelievable. you've got to take your chances, but unfortunately, it hasn't paid off for him. He's dropped all the way down to P16 now. He won't get to P17 because Prince of Wiggles is having a bit of a mare. He keeps spinning around, but it's starting to settle down now. Between now, the top 4 are all in DRS range. First and a fourth, there's basically nothing in it, but I think the Vicar is just fallen outside of DRS to Burley in P2, so he might North under attack from Doran in P4.
So it's kind of dream world for the Ferrari team, but here comes Prebley, like you said. He's going to take the inside of Ellie, giving her a bit of a squeeze.
A bit of a nudge as well.
Oh, Ellie
goes well, what a callback. That's an unbelievable move. Yeah, she's got to push the outside of the entry to turn 1, but able to take him on the outside of turn 1 to duck inside. That is an absolutely incredible move.
I'll tell you what, hands down on what's happening to Pred 1. Pred 1 has gone round in the house with some wing damage.
That's unfortunate. They're trying to push the car a bit too much as they go through the turns themselves, and that's it. You just lose the back end. As you come out of turn 4, you've got a rumble straight in front of you as you go into the S's through 6 and 7, and that is where you can lose a car. That's when the back end can just snap out from underneath it. And if you don't take your time and try and nurse the tyres up to temperature, because I say these hards do take a bit of time to warm up, that is when you lose a car.
Ellie is now breaking the 1 second gap. Keeps is saying, what a move from Ellie. I'll tell you what, that's definitely one of the overtakes of the race. That is unbelievable overtake. Talk about taking your chances. But here comes Stank. You want to call his name? Yeah, Stank. Oh, yeah, you know what? We'll call him Staniak. In the Mercedes, trying to take on Alex Hawk, trying to harass that RB car the best he can, but not making any sort of impression. Vicar now
32.9. He's really pushing the car. Can Alex Haig stop Staniak? I think he does have enough. Yeah, he will have enough to defend going to turn 1. But right behind him, there's Halvor. What a debut race for Halvor right now.
He's doing a fantastic job in the Williams. He's actually keeping out of trouble at the moment. He's doing a fantastic job. That's the main thing on Jeddah. If you can stay out of trouble, stay in the natural rhythm of the circuit, you'll be doing just fine around here.
There's so many fires going right now. You got Gogs in P9 hunting down Oreo who's 3 seconds off the front pack, and Oreo is struggling right now. I think he's losing confidence in those tyres already.
Not to mention the cars do get heavier, of course, with the heavy fuel load they have. They're doing race trim now, so look at Ellie again breaking the DRS of Prebley, but here comes the Vicar. I'll tell you what, this will give Ellie a bit of a bonus, because if these two start fighting, this will give Ellie a bit of a chance to pull away. But look at Prebley trying his best. It's absolutely hard to stay with Ellie, but she's done a magnificent job at the moment, keeping that Ferrari on the rails, to be say. But here we go, down to the final corner. There's Ellie, there's Prebley, there's Vicar, top 3, only separated by about a second and a half, I would say. But here we go. Ellie's got a better exit than Prebley. He won't make an impact. Vigar is not making an impact as top 3 stairs they are. But here comes Stank though in the Mercedes. That is P5 for him. And look at Halvor trying to go down the inside as well of Hall. He's trying on the look. He's trying to do an Ellie, but doesn't work.
I've noticed how the top 2 guys are still good with the RS, but the Vicar has got a full battery. Now to do that around here and still keep pace with the front 2 guys is very impressive indeed.
Mantreder doing a very good job. The fastest lap of the Grand Prix. That will be an extra point if he can keep that. But of course, he's hoping for a safety car. Yeah, he's hoping for a safety car now or anything now to be back in this race. But here we go. Ellie, Prebley, Vicar. That's a great camera shot, that is, with that chicane. But here we go. Vicar closing. He's sniffing the back of the Haas. Is it going to be a problem for the Haas team? But they've got the red lights flashing there on the back of the Prebley's Haas. That means he's going same as the battery, possibly for an attack on Elliott down the main straight. This could be an overtake for the lead from Prebley, but also the Vicar is looking for an overtake as well. They're both recharging ERS down to the final corner. How's Ellie's exit going to be? It's okay, but now here we go down the main straight. Is there going to be a female race winner, or is it going to be another good race in the ending for the Vicar? Doran being Mr. Consistent moment in P4. They've got an overtake. That's Alex Hawk. We are overtaking Stink.
Staniak, yeah.
I keep calling him Stink for some reason. Is that? I tell you what, the names. I tell you, I'm going to get so caught out. Crispy Pro and Oreo Glass are fighting down into turn two. And Oreo Glass gets the move done. Not yet, but here comes Crispy Pro now down the inside and gets the move done. But they went a bit too deep there. Oh, what's the one you don't join the circuit, but just holds on. Oreo Glass through.
He does. Gogs is actually catching Tashkent at the moment. There's only, let's say, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th are all within DRS with each other. So it's actually not bad. There's a big gap towards Halfor, Staniak, and then P5 is, they're further back from the top three. But the gaps have opened up between the top three now. Neither of them are going to get DRS from each other. So I'm not sure how on earth that gap's happened when they're all so close together like the previous lap.
I'm not too sure myself, really, but looks like if it's not too bad, 1.4, 1.3 seconds of each other, it's not too bad of a case. They got a chance to save the ERSs and all that, so it's not much of an issue. Speaking of which, here comes Staniak. I actually said his name properly. We've got that's a yellow flag for Billy G. Got to go. Here comes Staniak now down the inside into the last corner. He's going all the way to that, but look at that. Alex Hall with an absolute wide line of Gogs has overtaken Tashkent, but here we go. This is Halvor actually trying to overtake Staniak, and look at this. Can he get the free wide?
Double overtake. He is.
Halvor on a debut race. Oh, and look at that. Staniak did a fantastic job sticking around the outside, and Halvor gets the move done. Brilliant.
Halvor to P6. He's still right behind Staniak. I thought he was going to do a double overtake then into turn one, but wasn't able to make it pull off. But Halvor was having a cracking first race.
Get him in a seat, in a full-time seat, why don't you? We have got seats available in Division 3, I think. Not too sure myself, but that's the Division 3 admins to know and us to find out. But here we go. Oreo Glass trying to close down on Gogs that he's been overtaken by, but it's not making any sort of progress. Going a little bit deep there, going to that turn. That's a little bit of understeer from Oreo Glass. HMS Sauber is in action. Look at that, nice and tight to the wall there from Oreo Glass. Beautiful line, there's a yellow flag. Billy G.
Betty's out.
And safety car's out. Oh, that's not going to be good for the hard side runners.
Oh, Billy G's whacked the wall by the looks of it. He's
Right.
whacked the wall at turn 4.
He's back in the race now.
He's sitting on the apex of turn 5 with a wheel hanging off, so I have no idea how he's hit the wall there.
Murphy, is safety car turned on? Well, you got your answer. Safety car is turned on. Ellie's coming in, no surprise. Into the pit she goes.
Burley, the Vicar's in, Doran's in, Staniak's coming in, Halvor's coming in, Alex Hayes coming in. Tashkent stays out. Gogs dives in. Orenglass is in. Chris is in. So Tashkent is the only man to stay out on those hards.
Now, is that a wise move? Do you probably want to stretch them out at all? It's going to be a two-stopper as well, isn't it?
I mean, these guys have been onto mediums on lap 8. They want to try and do 17 laps on those tyres.
Oh dear!
I think Tashkent's overtaken the safety car.
That's a bit of a rookie error. Oh dear, that's happened. Was a decent start, but Mitchell did hit the wall when I hit him, so had no chance of getting back. Back to Willie Gray, commenting that. Thanks for letting us know on that one, Willie.
It's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. But keep your head up and move on to the next race. That's all you can do. And Preb is now coming to bits. He's down at 14th and miles off everyone else. And Wiggles is even further back. And what's he going to do? But I don't know what these guys have got to try and make these mediums last 17 laps.
No.
And I quite categorically tell you they won't.
So I'm thinking it's going to be a medium down to a soft. I think it's going to be a two-stop. Murphy is saying, it's only to drive Division 2 driver. Why is he driving Division 3? Well,
Reserving.
He's reserving, collecting tyre data. That's exactly what he's doing. So he's not racing against these guys. He's doing his own test session.
Why not think of that? My own teammate can tell me then tomorrow.
You know what? Energy Dad's going to give you so much tyre data tomorrow. I'll tell you that for a fact.
This is quite interesting now. The guys on mediums are on the hards. But I don't, seriously, I think these guys are going to do two-stop. I just do not see the mediums lasting. I really don't.
I see the hards lasting. I really do.
The hards will last near enough the entire race. Oops,
I think Vickers in a very good position to win it.
I think he is, you know. If these medium tyres drop off, the Vicker... I didn't hit the back of the safety car.
If Tashkin over to the safety car, he thought he was lapped in angle. What you thought? Tashkin over to the safety car, he thought he was lapped. Info leaked from the OWR team. Well, I don't know why he thought that, really. He's not lapped. Well, let's just say the least, he's in the non-race lap. That's a bit of a shame.
No, he wasn't lapped at all, because even when you come to the safety car, you can actually see, does that license plate at the rear flash green? If yes, overtake it. If not, slow down.
Yeah, that is true. Keith saying minis will last now. I don't know. I don't think
they're going to be around the edge, but at the same time, at the end of the race, those hards are going to be a lot faster.
I think what these mini guys want now is towards not end of the race, but coming towards the end of this race is a late safety car. Get the softs on and be a massive reprieve.
We shall soon see what happens as still waiting for two cars to catch up, which is Preb 1 and Mr. Wiggles, so I believe there will be another lap after this. So these cars will just keep going round in circles like they always do. Those on the medium runners can save the tyres themselves, but you don't get as much use out of them anyway. You only save, say, half a lap, if that. The way the tyres work now, basically, they're uneven, so eventually one tyre is always going to get more worn than the other. So even if you think, behind the safety car, I might save my tyres, you actually really don't, because you're weaving. You're still going to use up the tyres. Maybe not a lot, but you're still using them. So you don't get that much benefit out of them.
Look at you teaching the Division 3 drivers how to save tyres underneath the safety car.
If only.
Wiggles Keith has said Wiggles is going to cause a late safety car. I really doubt that. I don't think Wiggles is that irresponsible.
Keith's going to cause a safety car in Division 2. Cheers, mate. Heard it here now.
I wonder how much Keith is literally doing his... Keith is looking at this right now thinking, how much tyre data I can get from watching this. And of course you are as well, to be honest, watching these Division 3 races, because I'm about to say, it is one of those. It's going to be getting all this tyre data.
We're only seeing what they're doing. We're not in the cockpit with them. We're not seeing how much they push the tyres. We're not seeing the lines they take. We're not seeing when they put the foot down on the exit corners. That's the thing you don't see. So you look on the stream thinking, oh yeah, Hart's going to do 20 laps. You do it, they don't last them. Why? Because you drive differently. That's the main thing. Don't watch how long the tyres last. You find out for yourself, because you do not drive the same as anyone else.
Okay, that's a lesson learned to me then.
That's a fact. Everyone drives differently.
Look at that, 12 people watching the stream. Welcome one and all to the Saudi Radio Grand Prix. We're about to get under to restart conditions, but before But if you enjoy watching us and enjoys making a fool out of ourselves on stream, please click
Like
on
and
that
subscribe.
like and subscribe. We're currently actually doing the SFR check. We're on 666. 666.
If you like and subscribe to our content, if you want to keep updated what happens in each race, click the bell.
Yeah, we're live every 3 days a week from Monday to Wednesdays. Division 3 today, Division 2 tomorrow where Mad G and Keith's going to make a fool of themselves, and Division 1 where you're going to get...
When he makes it fool of himself.
Division 1...
SFR, where everyone makes a fool of themselves. So yes, end of the safety car.
Here we go.
The safety car. So Eddie's got control. Eddie basically controls the safety car right now. She's got to slow him right down. When does she bolt it? When does she bolt? She's going now.
No, she's not.
She's hanging back.
She's waiting. Now
she goes.
I'll tell you what, smooth move from Ellie because she just gained 5/10. Here we go, because Staniak now. He's on the back of the Vicar. It's causing problems if he's on the hard compound tyre. And he's not going to make the move done. No, he's not going to keep it. But Chris Big Pro has actually made a move. He's went a bit deep though. Glasses might get a switch back on the inside. No, he's going to be pulling away. He's going to pull away. But Ellie with a magnificent restart.
That's a cracking restart. Those are the hard tyres now. I've got to literally hope they come into get to step check quickly, because they're gonna get left behind. Because Staniak and Halvor are hunting down the Vicar right now. And Staniak hits the wall on the entry of turn 13. He's desperate to get a move already. He's trying to look out this way and that way all the time. And I have no idea how on earth the Vicar's going to keep them behind him.
Look at Ellie, 1.6 seconds away. Look at the gap, it's just climbing all the time. She's absolutely flying. I don't know what's going on with OWR Prebley, but it's not working out for her at the moment. Staniak, trying to get close down to the Vicar. The DRS will be enabled after the end of this lap, so this could be Staniak's chance to overtake Vicar now before the DRS.
He'll wait. He's going to wait. If
you never know.
He'll wait because he knows it. Oh, he's going for it.
He's going to go for it down the inside. Can he get the move done on Vicar? And can he get the grip?
No,
oh, Vicar with an absolutely magnificent drive come out the last turn. Here comes Staniak now with the ERS enabled. Can he get the move done? Is he going to be late on the brakes? No, he's going to wait till the DRS. Ellie with the fastest lap, by the way.
Well, she's 1.2 seconds ahead, and Chris has got past as Haig, and Wiggles and Dan are having a bit of a fight.
And Dan has come out worse.
Yeah, it might come off worse, and just might have backed off.
Dan is just doing Dan Feast cutting tyre data. I'll tell you what, this is going to help the Mina tyres, the top three, because if Staniak keeps fighting with the Vicar, this is going to help the top three here with their tyres at this stage of the race.
Well, I say the top three are going to be trying to push their tyres to like crazy to try and keep up. Halvor and Staniak are going to be burning their tyres because because I say they're behind the Vicar, who will make those tyres last to the end. With being in dirty air, scrubs your tyres more.
So, Vicar holding on, only just 4/10 of a second behind. Is Staniak, but Doran is also closing on Prebley, who's 1.6 seconds behind the race leader. But here comes Staniak now. He's only 3/10 behind the Vicar. Vicar might get. He's not going to get DRS off Doran because it goes Staniak.
Keep the inside. Yeah, keep the inside, and I think Staniak will take another charge down the turn 1.
And look at this Halvor in there as well. This could be a double decrease in positions for the Vicar.
He's losing places.
Here he goes, that's Staniak through. Is Halvor going to do the same? He's having a little
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No. Didn't have the momentum to get into turn 1 before him. I say we'll keep an eye on the progress of the Vicar. But Doran is right on the back of Preverly. I keep saying that with the Preverly and of course Mitrande. They've got amazing qualifying pace, but the race pace doesn't turn into the actual race pace itself. You can see Preverly is just dropping time to Ellie in front.
Oh, that's a mistake. It's gone off wide there. That is Crispin Pro and Nicholas Mitrande. coming down towards the inside and gets the loose stick. Well moved there, and Mr. Wiggles gets past Origlass, who gets a 3-second time penalty, by the way, for multiple warnings. But here goes Origlass now down towards the inside. He's not going to make a move down near his knee. He's not. Surely not. No. Chris McPro in and
Chris
made a
in the
mess
corner. Oh, Chris McPro missing the corner completely and then just basically taking it, taking all of it on the inside.
And here comes Mr. Wiggles now.
I only saw the spectator view. I never saw it on the actual race itself, so I've no idea.
Look at this Mitchell there now on Alex Horn now down the inside towards the inside of the corner, and also Mr. Wiggles and Chris McBro are fighting. This is an absolute amazing scrap in the midfield. Can he get the mid? Oh, both upon the advantage. Chris McBro makes a massive big mess of it down there. Now he's got the two Hasper Sauber cars behind him. Now that's Oil Glass through. Can Preb get through? I think he will. Yes, he will. Down he goes. There's the Mercedes. And that was a bit naughty there, Chris.
I did notice that Chris has got an end play missing as well.
That was a little bit naughty there, Chris. I'm not gonna lie.
To be fair, I was on board with Preb 1, and he did leave him room just enough. And it's just unfortunate. Halvor picks up a 3-second penalty. That could be monumental come the end of this race, with him still chasing down the Vicar. And of course, Alex Haig has picked up one as well for Shovels.
The Vicar now, I think he's making those hard tires to good use now, because he's still sticking with Staniak. Can I tell you now, it's oh no, that's Halvor! Halvor spun!
I just watching. He has spun. He's lost it. On the exit turn 4, by the looks of it. No, sorry, it's the other side of the track. My mistake. So I think he could have lost it on the curves, because some of these curves will auto spin you out.
Oh, here comes Staniak now on the back of the Red Bull of Doran. This is for 3rd place. Can he get the move done?
At the same time, the Vicar is hunting down both of them. So those hard tyres come to play as the medians will now slowly start to drop off.
Here we go now. This is going to be a double position loss for Doran, and it's going to be a position game for the both of them. Can the Vicar get the move on the inside?
Doran leaves loads of room because he's a bit unsure about what the Vicar was doing there, but the Vicar has got P4.
And look at that, Ellie 2.2 ahead of Prebley now. She's doing a fantastic job at the moment in the Ferrari, trying to get the gap she needs before Vicar catches them. So at the moment it's advantage Vicar, but how much can Ellie pull away?
But can the Vicar pull in Staniak? He's just under a second behind him, but can he pull him in to make sure he gets a DRS? Because Doran is still right behind him as well on the medium tyres. But like I said, those hards will get better and better
because of that tyre durability that they have. Last 16 out of 25. We're not far away towards the end. Simbo saying Ellie doing Ferrari proud. Of course, the all-female pairing of Ferrari and Ellie.
She ain't racing.
And
Simbo's not racing.
Yeah, but she is cheering her teammates on. That's the main thing. And cheering from the sidelines. Vicar closing ever slowly to that Mercedes of Staniak. Can he get this move finished before the top two get away? But here comes Vicar now towards the main straight. Is he using ERS? Not yet, but he's using the natural power of the DRS. He's going to look down the outside of the Mercedes. He's going to look at the switchback move. He's going to do what Ellie did, but now he's got to wait another lap.
He didn't push. I don't know why he didn't push on that main straight then to get the overtake done, because he will have right now the better tyre. The hard is now the better tyre than mediums, because the mediums will drop off. So the hard is now the optimal tyre to be on.
So it's all down to how long Vicar is going to stay behind the Mercedes, hopefully by the end of this lap. Because Doran is still there at the moment, but he's not going to take any effect for this.
It's a difficult one right now.
We have got back to train behind Mr. Wiggles at the moment, but we are keeping an eye on this main fight for P3 in between Stanya, Vicar, Doran, 2 SFR guys, 1 OWR, and we got a yellow flag out. That is for Prep 1, and he's having a bit of a moment.
Oh dear. He has had a bit of a moment as well. He's basically got a knackered front wing. He's got no end place. He's got half it missing. So I'm not sure what he's done there. He could have just lost the back end. Simple as that.
He's lost the back end. Lost the back end, and here we go. Here goes. This is now Vicar attacking the Mercedes and gets the move completed. Vicar up into P3. Now he's got some clean air ahead of him. 2.7 seconds from him to Prebley in the Haas. Vicar on the charge.
What does Staniak do from here? Can he keep up with him with those slightly worn medium tyres now? I think overall the medium tyres will only do about... Tell him about that. Smoke, you stay there, mate. I know how he drives. I know how he drives.
Oh dear. The good old father and son banter between Mad G and the Vicar.
I wish I was in Division 3, I tell you, honestly, these guys are rapid.
You're very well suited to Division 2, my man. So...
You'll find out I'm not tomorrow. No, that's a certain.
Oh, stop doubting yourself. Get some confidence in yourself.
I did, a long time ago, but that was a different story.
Bahrain. Okay, so... Mitradier on the...
Before the updates. Yellow flag.
Chris.
That's, yes, again, he's struggling. I mean, he's on those soft tyres, but seems to be struggling right now. He's got no end plate again on his front wing, so I don't know.
Mitradier now down the outside.
I've just been watching Chris, and he's trying one with the tyres, and he lost the back end. He needed it, what was it? Ericsson wasn't behind you. Ericsson wasn't behind you, so you can't blame him.
There we go. Prebley is now closing in on Ellie again, so it's now down to under a second. Looks like Prebley's just been waiting for opportunity. And remember the gap I said before was 2.7? It's now 3.3 now between Vicar and Prebley. Looks like Prebley's now pushing.
So the other flag at the back end of that is
Chris again.
He is struggling big time. I mean, Chris is a phenomenal racer from what we found out for the first 2 races alone. He seems to be struggling with this track itself. So it's down to the final few laps. The meaning compound tyres are screaming in agony by the stage. 3.3 the gap between Vicar and Prebley. He's not making any sort of progress. He's not really pushing that hard. But here comes Prebley now on the back of the race leader of Ellie. Are we going to get our very first female winner in the history of this league, of this competition in SFR? Or is Prebley going to spoil the party? Crispy Pro is retired from the pit. That's his day done. That is. That's unfortunate. He was struggling.
Hey up, Staniak on the inside of the Vicar. Look at this. Staniak is not giving up. He's actually going to attack the Vicar. He doesn't give Vicar all sorts of problems for the race lead because he's got a Mercedes all over the back of him. Here he comes, Staniak now for third and gets the position done.
He does take it. I mean, the Vicar showed no defence whatsoever. Didn't bother trying to defend him. So he's gambling on the fact that his medium tyres are going to die. That's what he's waiting for. That medium tyres to drop off.
Gogs is having a very sensible race at the moment up the field, going up to P6, having a very sensible race at the moment as Gogs.
He must be having a nosebleed, because he must be having a nosebleed. I've never seen him this high.
And this is probably where I think this is where he most likely be staying. He's now 5.7 seconds between this gap, fighting for third.
I'll tell you what, the third, fourth and fifth are still managed in the gap between Preberli and Ellie, so I think those guys behind Ellie are actually starting to close.
Gap is 3.3, so it hasn't really gone down as much.
But it has though. If you think about it, Preberli is basically at the tail of Ellie, and it's always been the same time to third, fourth and fifth, so that group has closed in. Either they close in or Ellie is just backed off.
Oh, here we go, Preberli and Ellie. Ellie is defending hard. I'm not surprised. She wants the race victory. Here comes Preberli. This is Preberli and Ellie. Look at that for right for timing for it and for pretty much standing the same.
Because Verdi is on the inside of it. Yeah,
and
he's gone
race
easy past
lead.
him.
But
I
anyone
think-
mind that? Anyone mind that? She probably wants to stay behind the house driver now and save that ERS and maybe attack once more because
She needs to.
Vicar trying to get past Staniak, but none to no avail. Gogs is trying to close it on Mitchandia, none to no avail.
Yeah, Mitrandir has taken him before turn 1, but looks like because Mitrandir has made it to P6. But saying that about the Vicar, he's dropping off more and more. So obviously the two top guys have been really pushing their battery like crazy to pull away.
The gas extended as well, 3.8 now.
If the Vicar wants to podium, he's got to push. He's got to rinse everything out, because he can lean on his hard tyres more than what those guys in the mediums can do. 4
seconds now. I think the race to the lead for these guys is pretty much over. It's now the race for third between the lot.
That's right. I say, well, Mr. Wiggles is actually doing a nice little job in 8th place there, especially after being last in the first couple of laps. He's got a bit of a gaggle of cars behind him. He's got Alex Haig, Oraglass, and Energy Dan as well. They're all within touch, but another DRS train. Preb is in the pits. He's now putting on soft tyres. You won't get a fast lap because you're not in the top 10.
Here we go. Here comes Ellie. Down to, look at that. She is just on purposely waiting. But who's not waiting? It's the Vicar pushing himself up into P3.
It's P3, and I think no, I thought Doran was going to go for the move on standing into turn 1, but didn't bother. But this is where the Vicar really has to nail it now. He's got to pull out a second from Staniak to at least try and keep P3 for the final few laps and keep a perfect podium record of first, second, and now third. So he seems to be falling backwards. He needs to get back up there. He'll still have the championship lead after today's race. Let me double check. Will he still have it? Let me just check. I think he will.
Look at Doran. Doran's overtook Staniak on the outside. Brilliant move.
I do think. Trying to make stuff out now. It's going to be close. It's going to be close for the lead of the championship after this race. The might only be by a couple of points in it, but the Vicar has to push. He's already broken 2 seconds from Doran. You need 2 seconds ahead. He's got to push like mad.
3.9 now. Yeah, I want to say
he has closed.
He has closed. Yeah, he's closing, but is it going to be close enough to challenge by the end of the race? Ellie's sort of dropping away just slightly, 1.3 seconds behind Prebley now. Now, is this her saving, or is this waiting? Or is it waiting for that one last attack?
I think Ellie's has lost everything in her tyres. I think her tyres are gone. That's why she's dropped back so far. I mean, she's 1.4 seconds behind Burley right now. I think her tyres are going. Burley saved his tyres a little bit longer than Ellie, and Ellie's just dropping off.
Oh, what's happened to Gogs? Gogs is coming in.
Gogs is coming. That's strange. He was right up there as well, so I don't know why he's done that.
Now, what's happened? Is this a nose? I did see. Is the front wing needed changing on Gogs? Let's have a look.
No.
It's
putting the soft tyres. So,
that's weird.
Very weird. He was in a cracking position right at the top, so I think he's done down fastest lap. But the thing is, you've still got to be in the top 10 to get a point. You will not get the extra point unless you're in the top 10.
Staniak now closing on Doran for P4. The Vicar is checked away. He's no good. He's
3 seconds clear.
Vicar, yeah, carry on.
Sorry about that. He is slowly gaining on the top 2, but it's not enough. He hasn't pushed enough to be up there. He's now over 4 seconds again. So the guys ahead are still able to pull away a little bit. The Vicar's just not. He's just not gaining. He's not gaining at all.
I think he left it a bit too little, too late to catch the top guys. Maybe tonight.
I think he has. I think he really has. He hasn't put. He should have pushed earlier to be left with a chance, because if he pushed, he might just have had P2. But he's now 4.3 away from Ellie.
Staniak now.
That's his third place.
fourth place, overtaking Doran. Ellie's now close to the back. The gap down again now. It's now nearly 1.3.
Wiggles a span of the Wiggles a span of the final corner.
Oh,
he was
no.
doing amazing up there, and he's dropped down to P11. However, I tell you what, he was right up there, and I have no idea how he's down in P10.
Of course, the spin didn't really help in its cause.
Yeah, let's say you can spin so really easily around here if you try and get onto power a bit too early, which some of these guys have actually done. But yeah, I mean, Mitrande had a bit of an incident at the start, and is now just in P6. It could have been more from Mitrande, but like I said, there was.
Oh, hey up! It's 1.0 under a second. Ellie's now close to. Ellie's using the ERS to her advantage. Here we go. It's come towards the last lap. Ellie decided this is the time to push. This is the time to get an attack on the Haskar. This is it. Can she get that one last attack that she needs on the Haskar of Prebley? This is it. Round the final corner. She's got 0 battery to go.
But got DRS. Barely got DRS from the car in front at back market. He's got DRS.
Oh no, the worst possible timing, but Ellie can't give up. She's got to make it a tough. Look at that Mitrande after the accident he had in the early stages. He's now into P5 now. He's just overtaken Doran.
Yeah, I think Doran's had a bit of I think Doran's lost it somewhere. I mean, he's dropped well off now. So like you see in P6, he was in P4 at some point, so he must have had a bit of a spin somewhere.
Ellie is pushing really, really hard now. I tell you what, she's doing super well in the ERS mine, charging it in the right places because
so
now.
Blue flag. This is interesting. The blue flags are waving for Preb to get out of the way, but he's not pulling over. He's pulling Paberli along. No, he's pulled. Preb's been moved over.
There we go. So Ellie has got 2 chances. It's got to use the ERS down this straight and then DRS on the final one.
Oh, it's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. She's not going to get it.
No, it's not going to be enough. Doesn't look like it, doesn't it? So Preberli looking as all comfortable, qualifying in second place for the Haas boys, looking comfortable at the front. He's been very, very consistent throughout this entire point of the race. Him and Ellie have consistently been fighting, but at the end of the day, it's going to be the Ferrari that's going to be winning, but not the main works Ferrari. It's the customer team. Preberli wins the Saudi Grand Prix. Ellie comes home in second, and Vika, Mr. Consistent, comes home in third. Sterniak, fantastic performance from him. He'll be taking the P4. Mitrande takes him fifth. Doran sixth, fell away at the end. Alex Hawke done a fantastic job into P7, and he'll come home in P7. And Oreo Glass will take 8th. Halvor will be taking the 9th place position. He'll be very happy with his performance. He got unlucky with the spin. Mr. Wiggles will take home P10. Silver Fox will take 11th. And he's down with his tyre data. It's just let Gogs through. Now, this is a weird thing for Gogs. He didn't even take fastest lap at the end.
No, he didn't. As well, at the same time, that's Paberli's second race win in a row. So he won in Britain, now he's won here.
Smoke is saying that Ellie should report of the blue flagged Sauber that was in front of the Haskar. So maybe that could be reported. That's down to her at the end of the day. He's saying that Ellie got robbed.
It is interesting because the Sauber was there. I don't know. It's not for me to say. I mean, I just would have seen, right, 2 cars behind me, just pull over and let them pass, or before turn 1. But that's just me. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, that's what you. So, the championship as it stands, Vika is going to be remaining in that P1 position, but there are challengers coming up behind him. I'll tell you now, Ellie got a little bit unlucky today with the Sauber, but she will be there once again in Hungary. Here we go. Preberli first, Ellie second, Vika third, Stanley 4th, Mitchell Dare 5th, Doran 6th, Hall 7th, Oraglass 8th, Halford 9th, Mr. Wiggles in 10th, Silver Fox in 11th, with Gogs in 12th, Dan in 13th, Prev1 in 14th, Chris Big Grow in 15th, Tashka in 16th, Billy G in 17th place. I don't know if we get interviews at all in Division 3, don't know how it works, but
yeah, you just do interviews like normal.
I'm going to just type in interviews, podium finishers. Right, so let's have a look. So it's Ellie, Preb, and Vicar. If you can invite Madge, because I don't.
Hello.
If we can get the podium finishes in.
I cannot.
Ah, no worries. I can try and search them up. You're going to say the blue screen of death. Right. I can cheat. I can cheat a bit now because now I can see the stream. Let's have a look. Ah, gotcha. Underscore. Mad Cheese gone. So it's just me on my own. So let's have a look what we got. Right. Just me on my own now. Been a very good race to say the least. To say the least. Is Mad G once more?
Yeah, some reason just kicked me out of the party. Hey!
Hey, come on, you've been denied. Right, I'm very good at typing quickly.
I can get one there right now.
Yeah, go for it. I feel I'm going to guess who that is.
Yeah, Wiggles.
Yep, should have known. PRB. Yeah. Found one of them. Hello, Mr. Vicar. Good evening to you too, my man. It was very entertaining, and I will be asking about that very soon.
I fell asleep watching him.
The proper some banter. There we go. That's the invites sent to Rebelli and Ellie. Okay, so let's go to the. Where am I looking at? Showroom. There we go. And we'll head off to here. There we go. And we'll head off to what car was Vicar was driving? Can't remember.
The Renault.
Oh, the Alpine, of course it was. The nice car.
This is why I drive it.
See, they got a father and son and all that. Yeah. Okay, so while we're getting if we get Elliot and Prebit if they want to talk, we'll go with you, Vicar. At the end of the race, you had a very entertaining battle with Staniak and Doran at the end. Do you think that cost you the time you can to catch Ellie and Prebelli at the front? when the safety car came out and you got onto the hard tyre, you knew that you got the tyre advantage coming towards the end, but it just doesn't meant to be. And in terms of your race, your overall race in general, was it one of those tracks that you feel comfortable on, or was the fighting a lot more stacked now with Division 3? Is it a lot more stat field? You're the championship leader, and you're coming into this, coming at the end of this third round. Going towards Hungary, are you going towards? You're going to try and extend your championship lead over the guys behind, because we got some talented drivers there in Division 3. Is it going to be very tough to sustain that championship advantage going into Hungary? All right, so the guys are just getting some confirmation that they can hear you, but never mind. I'll try and translate what Vic has just said, because unfortunately they can't hear you. Vic has said that he had a phenomenal race today. He struggled at the end by battling the guys. He was struggling with at the tyres at the end due to the fight with Staniak and Doran, and he's pitching himself over the face, the championship leader going into Hungary, and he's looking forward to it. But I'll say it now, it's going to be one of those that going towards the end of the season, Gareth, that we're going to see a close championship fight as always in SFR. And I'll tell you now, Division 3 will have a talented field going towards the next lot of races.
They certainly will. Obviously, congratulations on your podium. You just didn't push hard enough after the safety car. That's all I'll say. Yes, and
no beers on the cards.
No, honestly, it was a cracking race. You managed it extremely well. I'll give you credit for that, and look forward to see what you do next week.
And Vicar will look forward to seeing how you do tomorrow in Division 2. Now you saw what's happened, Gareth. What's going to be on your mind tomorrow? Try and survive it?
Not finish last.
Not finish last.
Or Division 2, don't lie at me, because I'm going to be dirt slow. It's not my favourite track.
Have you got any have you got any early winners for tomorrow?
The guy finishes first.
Keith, maybe?
The guy finishes first.
The guy finished first. So you're not calling a winner. It's the guy who finishes first. You.
No. I can only dream. The only time was when I was fighting Podge a few seasons ago. That was the only time I had a chance to win it. That's gone back a few years, eyes.
Alright, so we'll end the stream there, but thank you guys for watching the race tonight. Enjoy Division 2 tomorrow evening with Mad G racing in the car that I'm showing you now in the Alpine, along with the other talented lot of drivers in Division 2. Let's see if Keith has bounced back from his disappointment in Silverstone, and let's see if Mad G will put his doubters wrong in Saudi Arabia tomorrow, but not finishing last. But by the end, from myself and Gareth and the rest of Division 3, have a splendid evening and good night.
Adios.